This is Sharon Hershey. I'm a child development and education professor at Collin College, and I wanted to take you through our service learning experience and our labs and what you will need to do in order to complete the forms and to find your service learning experience. First of all, I want you to be sure and read all of the information here. We have contact information for you for all of our faculty and staff, and we'll be happy to help you and answer any questions that you have. This is an overview of the steps to service learning. I think the most important thing here is you're identifying an appropriate organization. We have a list of the organizations that are appropriate for the different service learning courses. One of the things that students often ask is, can I do my service learning at a school? Most of the time the answer is no. 1303, which is our family and community course, requires that you do a service learning experience with an agency that works with families. So you need to go through the list that we have and follow it and choose an experience there. You'll need to finish the service learning agreement forms. One of the things that you have provided here is finding this form and using it, the approval form for field-based experiences. You're going to have the agency supervisor sign that form. You do not need a signature from the lab instructor, but you do need a signature from whoever is going to supervise you at your lab. You will notice that we have in the overview to the steps, you also need to fill out the student information form. The student information form is one that everybody in all of our courses fill out. And I want you to know that if you've done it one time, you don't have to do it again. But you will go down the form if you haven't completed it and complete this one. We have a variety of sites that you can choose from, and so you'll click on these and you'll be able to find them. If you're doing 1359, there are specific sites that are approved. If it's 1303 or 2304, they're there. If you are living in a location where it would be difficult to do these sites, please contact Mrs. Strange, our lab instructor, and ask her for some assistance in finding another site. If you have a site that you think would be appropriate, then you are again welcome to contact us and ask us if that's possible. But remember, this is not about working specifically with children if you're doing TECA 1303. And if you're doing 2304, it's about working with at-risk families. 1359 is about working with children with special needs. So you will choose your site and work with that. The next thing that's very important after you fill out your approval form is you're going to have a learning objective form that needs to be filled out. And if you look at this learning objective forms, what you're going to notice is that, and I'll have to pull it up, so give me a moment. The learning objective form requires that you put down the agency and then you define 3 learning objectives. These are very important, and we have given you specific objectives that you can choose from. So what you will do is take a look at, depending on what it is you're taking, you'll look at one of these 3. Either the 1303, Learning Objectives 1359, or 2304. Click on those and then choose 3 of those. Now you can take the form, you can print it out, take it with you, and talk with your agency supervisor about which ones are the best, or you can go ahead and choose 3 and put them down on the forms. Then you're going to upload that after it's been signed by your agency supervisor right here. You'll notice that there are other information here. You will be doing an anecdotal record, which means that you will be writing every time you go about your lab experience. And you don't want to put that off, because professors will not accept it often if you wait until the end and do it. You want to do that every time you go. You're going to go in and complete the record. Different professors have different ways that they want it done, so you'll need to find out what your professor requires. At the end of your service learning, you're going to do a reflective summary, and you're going to complete your lab hour sheet. Those are the things that need to be turned in. Remember, with your lab hour sheet, it must be 16 hours or you cannot get credit. And if you cannot get credit, you cannot pass the course. Also, remember that Mrs. Strange does check these, so you don't want to put down more hours than you actually did. I think that you can have a very, very positive experience, but you need to go ahead and follow the instructions. I hope that if you need anything, you'll let us know.